The doorway effect. Have you ever walked into a room and instantly forgot why you were there? It happens to everyone. You are sitting on the couch. You decide to get scissors from the kitchen. You walk across the house. You cross the threshold of the kitchen door, and snap. Your mind goes blank. You stand there looking at the refrigerator like a confused video game character. You didn't lose your memory. You are just a victim of event segmentation. Think of your brain like a computer with limited RAM. It cannot hold on to every single piece of information at once. So, it organizes your life into separate events. When you are in the living room, your brain opens the living room folder. But the moment you walk through a door, your brain says, "Okay, that scene is over. Close the folder and delete the temporary files to save space for the kitchen folder." It literally hits the delete button because you changed locations. So if this happens to you, the solution is simple. Walk back into the other room. It tricks your brain into reopening the old folder. Tip of the tongue. The French call this presque vu, almost seen. This is the most frustrating glitch in human history. You know a word. You know the first letter. You can even feel how many syllables it has. But your mouth refuses to say it. You end up saying, "It's that thing." You know, the thing for the stuff. Here is what is happening inside your head. Your brain stores information in a complex web. Usually, when you think of a concept, like a red fruit, your brain easily finds the sound label for it, apple. But sometimes, if you are tired or stressed, the connection gets blocked. Interestingly, scientists believe that when you are struggling, your brain often finds a similar word that is wrong, like apricot. Your brain knows it is wrong, so it blocks it. But in the process, it accidentally blocks the right word too. The harder you try to remember, the stronger the block becomes. The only fix? Stop trying. The word will pop into your head 20 minutes later when you are washing dishes. The call of the void. You are standing on a high balcony or a bridge or a train platform. You are perfectly safe. You are happy. But suddenly, a dark, intrusive thought pops into your head. What if I just jumped? Or, what if I threw my phone off the edge? You recoil in horror. You don't want to die. So why did your brain just suggest murder? The French call this l'appel du vide. Don't worry, you are not secretly crazy. Scientists think this is just a communication lag in your brain. Here is the theory. Your fear system sees the height and screams, "Danger, back away," really fast. Your conscious brain receives this signal a split second later, but it misunderstands it. It thinks, "Wait, why did I just jerk back? I must have wanted to jump." It is just your brain checking the brakes and your mind getting confused by the signal. You are safe. Pareidolia. Look at this electrical outlet. It looks terrified, right? Look at the front of this car. It looks like it is smiling. And look at this cloud. That is definitely a dog. Why do humans see faces in absolutely everything, from burnt toast to the surface of Mars? This is not a bug. It is actually an ancient survival feature. Imagine you are a caveman living 50,000 years ago. You are walking in the jungle. If you see a tiger in the bushes, but it is actually just a rock, you feel silly. That's okay. But if you see a rock, and it is actually a tiger, you get eaten, and you die. We are the descendants of the paranoid people who saw faces everywhere. Our brains are programmed to scan the world for the pattern, 2 eyes and a mouth. It finds this pattern in seconds. It is so aggressive that it ignores logic. You know the cloud isn't a face, but you can't stop seeing it. Déjà vu. You are in a new place, having a conversation you have never had before. Suddenly, a weird feeling washes over you. You feel like you have lived this exact moment before. You know exactly what is going to happen next. It feels like a glitch in the Matrix. Well, it basically is a glitch. There is a theory called dual processing. Usually, your brain processes information, sights, sounds, smells, and turns them into a memory at the exact same time. It is instant, but sometimes there's a tiny delay. One part of your brain receives the information a millisecond faster than the other part. By the time the second part gets the message, your brain says, "Wait, I already have this data. This is an old memory." It tricks you into thinking the present moment is the past. It is basically your brain double-clicking a file by accident. Phantom vibration syndrome. Be honest. How many times a day do you feel your phone buzz in your pocket? You assume it is a text, or a like, or a DM. You reach for it, pull it out, and the screen is black. No calls, no messages. Nobody loves you. You aren't going crazy. In fact, 90% of smartphone users experience this. This happens because of something called signal detection theory. Your brain is obsessed with your phone. It is constantly on high alert, waiting for a dopamine hit from a message. Because it is waiting so hard, it starts to misinterpret other signals. Your pants rubbing against your leg? Phone call. A muscle twitch in your thigh? Text message. A chair vibrating from a truck outside? Instagram notification. Your brain acts like a paranoid security guard. It decides that it is better to be wrong and check the phone than to be right and miss a message. So, which of these human bugs do you have the most? If you are currently experiencing phantom subscribe button syndrome, well, that one is real. You should click it. I'm Brain Typo. See you in the next update.